All the officials come from the Netherlands. Jaap Ulenberg is the referee. Fortunately, the rain has relented, but it's been very heavy in the last half an hour, and the top surface will be very slippery. It's Morishima who suddenly saw the sight of Tim Flower's goal, and here back on the left side, Stuart Pearce. It's the first time that Graham Lasso has actually missed out during Terry Venables' reign. In among the substitutes, he's back. Well seen. And here's Shearer. First chance of the match. Good block by Maekawa. Tasaka with the clearing header. Well, it's the pace of a Premiership game. The J-League matching the Premiership at the moment. Anderson shot. And Maekawa gets away with a bit of a fumble.
Deserved that probably for the way he stood up once Shearer broke through. Good opportunity created. Strangely enough, the Japanese, bit of inexperience, losing possession, then a miss kick allowed Shearer a clear run on goal. We've seen him tuck them away for Blackburn.
Yamaguchi again, here's Kazu. And just too far ahead of Nakayama.
There's a great ball, isn't it, there from Yamaguchi, the tall number 6 of it. Stuart Pearce, who played both of the strikers on it, just skidded through to Tim Flowers.
Neatly done. This is Morishima, this is Kazu. Narahashi. It's turned well. But the ball had gone out for the goal kick before the corner that the Japanese thought they'd won.
There's a fresh naivety, isn't there, about their attacking play. Look, there's 3 men in the penalty area. We don't often see that at Wembley. Bit unlucky there, I thought, Morishima. Just went over the byline. I'm sure he's thinking at the moment, Terry, look, things aren't going as planned. They're not using the width. They haven't got any natural width on the left-hand side, and Darren Anderton's not pulling wide enough on the right, so it's all congested through the centre.
Here's Beardsley and Collymore with a good chance to make a name for himself. There is a difference. Think about it more. Playing at international level, perhaps. Wasn't a header that would have pleased his club manager or indeed himself.
It was a poor header, but it's behind him and he's just trying to sort of get the power and mistimes it and doesn't even get it on target.
Nice linking again. This is Morishima, and still tripped by Beardsley. For a moment it looked as though he was capable of going on, but he decided otherwise. No. Dear, oh dear.
Well, pulled the referee anyway, didn't he? Almost a long jump record, I should think, for Japan there. That was
not even worthy of a Japanese B movie, that. Kazu. Oof, got a nasty little bounce.
That is a nightmare for a goalkeeper, isn't it? I mean, through the wall, unsighted, opened his legs, David Batty, and it just squirmed out, as you can see. Gets his body, though, behind it and just retrieves the second.
Collymore. Got a touch for the corner.
Bit more like the Nottingham Forest, Collymore, getting the ball, turning his defender and running at the defence. I'm not sure about the corner kick. He was trying to curl it past the goalkeeper, but he's got a corner for his trouble.
He stayed just on the edge of the 6-yard area and gets a little flick. Unsworth.
Be nice to have a right foot, I think, in this circumstance. Look, trying to get it on his favoured left and then knocks it back across the goal.
Yamaguchi. Scales and Neville together. Anderton. Collymore. Shearer's over this side. But the defender's back. Should have made more of that quicker, England. It's a good breakout initially by Anderton, again in a very central position.
Again, they tended to run through the middle, didn't they, rather than just sort of pull somebody out wide, and it's allowing the defenders always to have that second covering man.
Kazu. Free kick against Scales.
Well, a couple of minutes to go to half-time, and even allowing for a sort of new-look England side, Terry Venables will know that it's been a poor half, a very poor 45 minutes that he will have to do some hard thinking. I'm pretty sure Steve McManaman, if I was him, would have to come on straight away. You've got Paul Gascoigne, I perhaps would leave that till later in the second half, but you've got to have some balance. And down the left-hand side, Stuart Pearce has had nobody to play with, and I think McManaman is the man.
Batty. Neville. Flat up. They have a second go. Soma. Kitazawa. Yamaguchi look for the return, and the free kick against Scales. Got one in the wall, two behind it. Kazu. Good stop.
Yeah, quite a nice one for the cameraman, that one, when you're a goalkeeper. He struck it well. It was always the side he was going to curl it, and Tim Flower's right behind it, just saying, did you get that one?
Shiratani not being pulled about as he would have been if England had used the flanks. Anderton, as they're doing now, bit of a queue in the middle. Shearer!
But these are the positions they've got to bring in Darren Anderton into it. I don't believe that he has to come inside. Shearer thrives on crosses like that. He shouldn't come inside, and really disappointed 45 minutes.
And the crowd showing their disappointment, and really all that can be said from the first 45 minutes is the thought that the Japanese are showing with the round ball, as they have already with the oval ball, that they are learning the game. Much for Terry Venables to sort out during the interval. No substitutions by either coach. Darren Anderton hugging the far touchline. But here's Nakayama now with a headband on. He got a knock on the head in the first half, actually, when I thought I saw a little trickle of blood. But one presumes that Terry Venables has told Darren Anderton, I want to see you out wide.
Well, I think he's got to get him hugging the touchline on the right, get David Platt and David Batty further forward in midfield, picking up the loose balls and trying to spread the play and keep possession.
This is Yamaguchi. John Scales. Scales' presence has cost his club £500,000 as part of the deal with Wimbledon. Platt. Collymore. Anderton is playing just behind the centre forward, and in fact was nearest to the goalkeeper. And Maekawa held on from Collymore.
Much better movement there. David Platt getting forward, joining Shearer. That's how the actual play built up. He spread it well then to Collymore, who pulled wide. And he does like to come inside, doesn't he? Just on his left foot there. Again, going for the far post, not just getting it far enough away from the keeper.
Here's Anderton. Shearer. Neatly done. Anderton. It got a deflection. And it's Anderson's second goal for his country. His first was against Greece last May. His second against Japan in June. Neatly done, burst through, left foot shot. Just took a nick off the defender. Well set up by Shearer.
Yeah, did well there. Bit of naive defending. Three defenders not taking the runner. Anderton hits the shot, and as you say, it's a wicked deflection. Sympathy there for Maekawa because he started to go for the original shot and then was left helpless.
Between the two. John Scales. How can England build on getting the breakthrough? Onside just, Collymore. Plenty in the queue. That's well claimed by Maekawa.
England certainly pushed further forward now, haven't they? And Anderton getting the goal, of course, here. Joins it, and look at the three defenders all trying to get possession, and Anderton left with a clear shot, and it just clips off the heel almost, takes it away from the goalkeeper.
Unlucky Ihara and also unlucky Maekawa. Kidizawa only just up on his feet. Morishima, and again Morishima. Oh, he's unlucky. Platt. Good spell this from Japan. Nakayama just taken off his toe by Scales. Kidizawa. And in the end, they're all a little bit too hurried and flurried. And Morishima, the final shot that went wide.
Just seem to get a bit excited when they see the goalposts within range and, you know, hurry it. Look, there's plenty of time there, but that was almost schoolboy stuff, wasn't it? Having a quick shot on goal, and in the end, no one able to get a clean strike.
Brian Robson on the left. Don Howe's headgear as we move towards summer has become somewhat more conventional than was to be seen during the winter months.
Brian Robson thinking about this game, I think, rather than Middlesbrough in the Premiership next season, but I'm sure would have just liked to have seen England, having gone ahead, take control of this match, but it's been still spasmodic.
Unsworth. Neville. Anderton. Held up again nicely by Shearer, and he's got Neville on the touchline. Batty. Beardsley. All back bar two for Japan. Beardsley. Beardsley again. And the suggestion that Narahashi wasn't too comfortable having to clear the ball with his left foot.
Again, goalkeeper Mike Howard doing well because he's skidding off the top, but he's got stretched, nicely balanced. He's had a good game.
Platt, Batty, Beardsley, Collingwood. Much better, he just didn't run for David Platt. All the England substitutes are warming up. One on his own, the other four together at the moment. And the crowd have spotted them, particularly the beacon. Soma. Unsworth.
Made the interception there, Unsworth. I think John Scales has been the more impressive of the two central defenders, and Unsworth still very young and still learning, but just once or twice, just when he's had possession, caught in two minds and just lost it.
Third corner for Japan, and it produces their first goal. Scored by the man whose deflection took the ball past his own goalkeeper, has now equalised. Ihara is the scorer. Flick on the near post, well, straight out of the Premiership.
Well, I mean, it's poor defending, isn't it? Look, he just gets up in front of everyone and faintest of touches. Good corner, curling in towards the goal. There he is, look, a massive England defenders, back header. No one on the back post either. I think that might be a little inquiry after the game.
Well, if it stays at 1-1, there'll be lots of inquiries after the game. And this man will be under a bit of pressure.
Well, there's a quick look at the watch there, which suggests Paul Gascoigne and Steve McManaman, who would be my two of the substitutes, would have to come on sooner rather than later.
Pearce. Unsworth. Offside Shearer.
I don't think any neutral would begrudge Japanese equaliser as such, because they worked very hard, and again that man there, Iharu, after the deflection for the England goal, getting in front of England players who deal with that sort of cross every day in the Premiership.
And here's Kazu. Oh, they hit the post. Oh, he's unlucky. Turned, hit it really sweetly. It passed the hand and came back off the post. How great was the belief of the Japanese. So close.
One of the big differences is because of their enthusiasm, they're making so many runs off the person who's in possession, so it's giving them passing options. England, when they get it, they knock it in, and it's almost as if they say, well, go on, get on with it and do it yourself, instead of running and having the movement that, well, everyone's brought up on in their training ground.
Tell you what, Trevor, you've hit exactly the right word there, enthusiasm. That is what is missing. It's not something to really get you going. Well, this man sometimes has been over-enthusiastic, but he'll give it a go. Unsworth. Just as too often looked laboured and predictable, and a match too many. And double substitution to be made, and it will be Messrs Gascoigne and McManaman. David Batty and Peter Beardsley, the two to be replaced. Gascoigne's first appearance since March '94 in what was Terry Venables' first game in charge. Well, he has a lot to prove. Fitness first. So quickly with the skill. Return. Oh, the crowd liked his first little touch, and I'm sure they're going to applaud everything he does. Here he is again.
Certainly won't have any trouble picking him out on the pitch, that's for one thing. But I mean, he's going to give them the attacking option. David Platt now playing that anchor man role, and Steve McManaman wide on the left. And a bit of sympathy, I think, for Peter Beard, who's been asked to play quite often in recent matches, a role that he doesn't for Newcastle, and has been taken off on that occasion.
15 minutes left. 1-1 the score. And Terry Venables' team being sorely tried by a country who have made rapid strides in recent years with the start of a professional league, the J-League, but really were not expected to get anywhere near England. Gascoigne, Anderton, it's all a bit bunched. Neville. Pearce. McManaman. Collymore. Tassica, quick to see that. Gascoigne. Two half pirouettes. Finds Neville.
Even though he's not match fit, Paul Gascoigne did show a couple of little bits of skill there that bought himself time and then spread the play out wide. And now we're going to have our third substitution. Terry Venables desperately going for what must be an important victory for him, really, at the start of this particular trophy.
And the man coming off is Stan Collymore. The substitute ruling in this tournament is 3 substitutes at any time. So Teddy Sheringham comes on. Collymore has to sit it out and reflect. Sheringham still looking for his first goal for England. Now it's away. 7th cap for Sheringham. Offside. Unsworth couldn't get there. Kitazawa suddenly with the chance of having his name emblazoned over every possible newspaper in Japan. And you have to say, they've hit the post and they've always looked a threat.
England have somehow just got to try and step up again. It would be a very poor result, wouldn't it, just to get a draw at home to Japan, even with the makeshift lineup they've got on show today.
Gascoigne in, well played Platt. Sheringham had pulled away. Anderton actually blocked by Shearer. Just leaving Kazu up. Well taken, Gascoigne. Space to the right. Oh, he should have been allowed to run, but it's so easy to say from a commentary box. Here's Kitazawa. Chased by Kurosaki and Unsworth, who did well.
But they run up the ball well up front. I mean, we know the number 11 is very experienced, Kazu, but even the substitute who's come on, Kurosaki, has moved off the ball well and given good passing options for the midfield people.
Shearer. Masaka behind him. Gascoigne. He's spread the ball out and almost forced the width, because he has had the advantage of having McManaman on at the same time. Sheringham. Anderton. Sheringham. Neville. Anderton. Platt. Goal kick. Made too much of it, Platt. Tassikers was not the best challenge in the world, but David Platt, I have to say, from first look, suggests that he's been playing a bit too long in Italy.
And the defender didn't get the touch here, but I mean, David Platt really could have just skipped past him, but he almost fell into the defender looking for the penalty, whereas I think more positive thought would have been to just let him stay on the floor and get the crossing. And probably on the showing up to now, England don't deserve to get the victory, and it'd be a shame for the enthusiasm that the Japanese side has shown.
Shearer, Anderton, Neville. That's a free kick. Six in the box for England. Clipped across. Good block up onto the crossbar. Oh, and amazing. Now whose hand touched that? I think it was the man on the line and not the goalkeeper, in which case it's a penalty. Oh, what a sad end. From Japan's point of view, Hashiratani, it was his hand that turned it away, and England have a penalty. They were lucky initially, it came actually off the defender in the first place, and now look at this. Yes, defender's hand, penalty. England have a chance to come away with the victory.
Great save from David Platt's header, and then goalkeeper couldn't quite get up. Wonder if it was going to go in or hit the post. I don't know, but it's too late now, and the poor old captain has got to go off.
Platt against Maekawa. It's 2-1 to England. Brave attempt by Maekawa, who moved a bit, but it was a perfectly placed penalty.
Well, that is the perfect penalty, isn't it? Right into the corner, no chance at all, and it should clinch a 2-1 victory for England, but I don't think it will camouflage some of the cracks that have appeared in this performance.
It's only a year away now that David Platt will be leading England in the European Championship finals. A lot of things have conspired against the England coach, but on the evidence of what we've just seen, there is an awful lot of work to be done. Anderton and Platt, the England scorers. Ihara getting the equaliser. Kazu being denied by the post. England very lucky to come away with the victory in a very disappointing performance.
Terry, your assessment of the England performance today, please.
Well, we know we can play better. We've played some good football in there today. We didn't quite go about the job as we intended, but through it, I think there were pluses. We were, to have three new caps all in the back four. Well, there's four, but three of them in the back four, and you have got to get a unit together very quickly when they've got to deal with international players. And we had our moments where it was a little difficult. I spoke to the players after the game. They realised a little more what they've got to do to stop that happening. But from the experience, I think it'll make them better players.
I think in the first half I heard you shout to up the tempo.
Yeah.
Why was that?
Well, they got everyone behind the ball. And when that happens and everybody fills spaces, you're inclined to then probe and take your time and come out of it. And I was trying to get forward quicker, trying to get the team to get forward quicker before people could get behind the ball. But that's, you know, it's easier said than done.
What was your opinion of the England performance?
I think good team, but the performance maybe not sufficient for the coach, you know. Maybe the players thought easy to defeat Japan, but Japan played well, I think.
There's no surprise in the England dressing room. We never thought that Japan was going to be a walkover today. We knew that they would be tight. We knew that they'd get players behind the ball, and when they got the ball, we knew that they was sharp and rapid, and were able to create chances.
I was a bit disappointed with my own performance because I know I can give a lot more. But obviously on your debut, you know, you're just looking to try and get something positive out of it, and just to work with the players. So, although like I say, I was disappointed with my own performance overall. You know, there's a lot more I can give, so that's the one positive thing I can take out of it.
I think some England supporters will be depressed with today's performance. What would you say to them?
Well, it seems that we get it all the time, don't we? We have a game, and I think the players get a little bit depressed, to be fair, because we expect, I mean, their country gets it, most country gets a good support, and we do get a section of the crowd, an excellent. But unless you're tearing up trees and knocking in goals all the time, which is just fantasy world, I mean, we want to win, we want to do well for them, and we want them to support us.
Well, a busy programme of 6 games in 9 days will decide the eventual winners of the Umbro Cup. England are obviously top of the league with 3 points from that victory over Japan.